Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Dad Pod with me, your host, Brad Alexander, a local dad, realtor, business owner, community advocate. You name it, folks. I try to get my hand in it. So, are you competitive? All right. So, today on the Dad Pod, so what is the Dad Pod? Let's just take a step back. The Dad Pod, where we discuss life and real estate. Um, in today's life, it's just been on my heart to discuss the world of competition. So, my question to you is, are you competitive? And I think most of you are going to say, yeah, Brett, I'm competitive. Well, how competitive are you? You see, I once heard a story that there was a realtor in a certain location that was competing for the most houses sold in a year. And it came to December, and this realtor was tied with another agent, and he sold his own house in order to win the award for selling the most amount of houses. Now, this is not a story about me. I did not sell my own houses. But if you know anything about me and the kids I have raised, I would not put that past me. And I don't see that as a good thing. I'm not saying that was a good thing. But when I ask you, are you competitive? And I ask you, how competitive are you? And has the world become more competitive? So let me ask you, are you a type of person that says there's only first place is the only winner, second place is the first loser, right? There's all these different analogies out there. Um, and or are you the type of person that thinks second place is is a damn good place to be? It's second place is better than fifth place. So let me put it into perspective, and I'm going to put my kids on blast, and they're probably going to be upset with me. But Madison is the type of person that, second place is the first loser. Second place is just as good as last place. Since the day she has been born, she has been it's first place or nothing type of kid. Brooklyn, on the other hand, very competitive. And if you follow me on social media, you know how competitive she is. But Brooklyn, on the other hand, is the type of person where second place is better than fifth place. And to be honest with you, both are okay. But who are you? Are you the type of person that we keep score to win? There's a reason why we keep score, and that's to compete and win. Or are you the type of person that is, you know what? It's all about the experience. It's not about winning or losing. It's about the experience. And to be honest with you, the world has enough space for everyone. One thing that I've really known or really paid attention to and wanted to come on here and just discuss, and maybe you could give your opinion in the comments, or as we're here live, I'm following it. You can put your comments in now and I'll try to respond. But boy, how competition and competitiveness has changed since I'm 47 years old. I competed in the mid 90s. And folks, I'm telling you, I played for the local youth rec baseball program and the local youth rec basketball program. And guys, let's not even talk about basketball. But it seems like back in the 90s and even into the 2000s, 90% of the kids played for their community rec team. And let's say 10% of the kids played for a select team. And to be honest with you, back in those days, being on the select team, you were selected. You didn't pay to be on the team. You were selected to be on the team. And the team had sponsors and so on and so forth. Well, fast forward to 2026, and it seems like we've done a complete reversal. It seems like, and y'all tell me if I'm wrong, but nowadays, 90% of the kids that are out there playing sports are 90% are playing for the select team, and 10% of the kids are playing for the community rec league. And once again, to each his own. Um, and so it just seems to me how much more competitive our society has gotten over the last 10, 15, 20 years. My kids, my kids are involved in gymnastics, rodeo, and guys, we have our county livestock show next week. Our kids show pigs. And you'd be like, Brett, show pigs? What are we talking about here? Yes, it's a very competitive thing where our kids get a stick. First of all, you raise the pigs, you have them for 6, 7, 8 months, and then you show them. So our kids will show their pigs at the county show this next week. And then in about 30 days, actually, yeah, in about 30 days, we will be showing them at the large San Antonio livestock show. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about gymnastics, rodeo, and pigs because that's what I know. I don't know the world of band. I'm out of touch with I haven't been a high school coach in over 10 years. And so the world of sports, I have a pretty good knowledge on, but then again, you know what? I didn't raise kids. My kids aren't athletes in the UIL sports realm. So I'm going to talk to you about gymnastics, rodeo, and show pigs. So let's talk about gymnastics. Madison, in order to be competitive, or at least that's what they told us, in order to be competitive, Madison went to school from 3rd grade to 8th grade at the gym. Let me tell you what her schedule was. Her schedule was at the gym practicing at 7 a.m. She practiced till 10 a.m. She went to school at the gym with 19 other kids from 10 a.m. to 3:30, 3 o'clock, and then practiced again from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Me being the ex-coach that I am, I had a hard time coming to the realization that my daughter at the age of 9 was spending more time in practice than the NCAA was allowing a Division I football player to practice a week. Wow. But that's what the sport called for. So that's what we did. And so today she goes to school in high school. So her schedule now as a level 9 gymnast, she goes to school from 9 to, she gets out of school early every day. And so she goes to school from 9 to 2:45, and then she practices from about 3:30 to 8 o'clock every night. Not much time for social life there. Brooklyn is in the world of barrel racing and pole bending, the rodeo world, and the rodeo world has different levels of competition as well. And you know what? Gymnastics does too. So gymnastics has different levels of commitment and competition. And so that's just the level that Madison is at. So in the world of rodeo, you've got different levels of competition. And Brooklyn is in high school rodeo, which, to be honest with you, is probably one of the most competitive youth rodeo associations I once made the comment my first year. So it was Brooklyn's freshman year. We did not do junior high rodeo. And so I made the comment to a dad and said, man, this was like going from 2A to 5A, right? Because I have a UIL background. So I'm like, hey, this is like, going from being having a kid play versus, 2A competition. And then all of a sudden you move to the city and now your 2A kid who was, is now playing 5A, 6A ball. The dad responded with me and said, Brad, you've went from 2A to Division I SEC football. Wow. That was a response. So Brooklyn has 2 horses, one for pole bending, one for barrel racing. And she has a coach because, hey, I think one of the best things that helped me in this competitive world is my 2 kids chose something that I have no background in. So I had to go find people that did know things. because the last thing I want to be is that dad that acts like I know more than what I actually do. So Brooklyn has a coach, and I would say she spends on average, 2 to 3 hours a day practicing, let's say 5 out of 7 days a week. All right. And so, yeah. And on Tuesdays, we practice in Dripping Springs. So we have to drive 30 minutes to practice there. So very, very, very competitive world. But there's other levels to where it's not, you don't have to be as competitive as that. That's you choose you, right? But that high school rodeo, folks, that world is, let me put it this way. We haven't, but there are people out there that have spent, that I know of, in the realm of $200,000 for a horse. So it is a very, very highly competitive world. And then let's go to pigs. So the pig world, we get our pigs in late August-ish, and we show them throughout the year. And then our final 2 shows is our county show in January and San Antonio Livestock Show in February. Some people keep on going to Houston is in March, and Austin Rodeo is the last show, and it is spring break. So there was once, just tell you how competitive these people are. We heard there a couple years ago, there was a show pig that was purchased, not to be a boar or to be a mom or to be a dad or anything. It was strictly for showing, which means it had a short lifespan, $120,000. So, but once again, the show pig world is infinite on how much you can spend, but yet there's also ways to do it the bargain ways, maybe say, build relationships and do that. So, but the show pig world and the show goat world and the show lamb world, and let's not even talk about the steers. All right, those steers people, that's a whole another world. And so the show pig world, and guys, these show pigs, I was telling somebody the other day, our pigs have a chiropractor, get sunbathed. Our horses get their feet done every 5 weeks. These animals are being very, very, very well taken care of. And why? Well, ultimately to win or to compete, because there's only one winner. So next week at the county livestock show, there's only one winner, right? So are you going to win or are you going to compete? And there's some people out there that, if they don't win, it's a failure. If they compete, then it's a win. So once again, this broadcast, if you might want to call it a podcast, broadcast, whatever you want to call it, just bringing up the world has become a much more competitive place. In the world of real estate, when I joined real estate 12 years ago, there was like 8,000 realtors in Austin, Texas. Today, there's like 14,000. It's more competitive. And so it seems like everything in the world we live in has become much more competitive. So how competitive are you? Are you the type of person that goes out there and says second place is the first loser and we're only here to win, and if we don't win, then we got to go back to the drawing board, and because losing sucks? Or are you the type of person that says, you know what, second place is better than fifth place, and I'm glad I got second place? Or are you the type of person that says, you know what, we're just here to participate? Give us a ribbon. We're just here to be a participant. So there's multiple different people. All of them are okay. Just who are you, and which way do you feel that you want to live your life? So there you go. Hey, I own a real estate company, right? And I'm competitive. People ask me, how do I get my competitiveness for myself? And that's real honest. I want to sell your house. And I want to sell your house for more money in less time with less headaches than anybody else. And that's what drives me today. Friday night football once drove my competitive drive. And now, you know what? Somebody calls me up and says, hey, we tried selling our house and we just couldn't. Bam. Competitive, Brad. Let's try it. Let's do it. So each person has a little bit, in my opinion, different competitive drive and what drives them to compete. And so, who are you? And which one are you? So there you go, folks. Today's Dad Pod. Are you competitive? The real estate market, folks, interest rates went down last week and quite a bit down. So if interest rates keep on going down, you're going to see a possible shift in the market. So people ask me, Brad, what's the market look like right now? Well, right now in Central Texas, we are in a buyer's market. But if that interest rate keeps on going down and down, we're in the fives for the first time since 2023. So think about that. We are in the fives without buying your rate down for the first time since 2023. So if the rates keep on dropping and dropping and dropping, hey, who's to say we won't be back in the seller's market? So buyers, if you're thinking about buying, you might want to give me a call. All right. So that's the real estate update. Mortgage rates dropped last week, one of the largest drops we've had in years, and our rates are at the lowest point we've had since 2023. There you go, folks. I am Brad Alexander. I'm a local realtor, dad, community advocate. Hey, 4-H Booster Club president. You name it, I'm probably going to try it. And so I'm Brad Alexander with the Dad Pod. Give me a call. Leave me a comment. See if we can help you. Until next time, enjoy life.